your life slide away. There's a race, so you win, way to race. Why complicate that feeling hate when it suffocates at the bottom? Don't take the bait, just walk away, resuscitate your nirvana. I feel a way I never felt before. I finally found what I'm looking for. Stop, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? There's a race, so you win, way to race. Forever in our open arms, we're thankful we made it safe so far. We proudly show our battle scars because they made us true. Stop, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? There's a race, so you win, way to race. There's a race, so you win, way to race.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 87th episode of FNV. FNV is short for Friday Night VTubing, and this is a show where I, your host Zara, interview various VTubers from all over the community. And tonight, our wonderful guest will be Pomatomaster.
Oi.
Toma. I'm sure that's a new one. Thomas. I'm going to call you Thomas now. Thomas, please say hi. Introduce yourself.
New name just dropped.
New name just dropped, for real.
New name just dropped. I'm Pomin.
But yeah, so Thomas, please say hi, introduce yourself, and tell ourselves a fun little interesting fact about yourself that our viewers, your community, and our listeners might not know.
Sure. Hello, my name is Pomato. I'm a Canadian sci-fi VTuber exploring the outer reaches of space in the distant future. Nice to meet you. And fun fact, when I was like a kid, I learned how to touch my tongue to my nose because my dad's friend promised me money if I did it.
Did they give it to you?
They did.
Okay.
They forked out. I think they forked out $10 for that.
Damn, a whole tenner?
Yeah,
Damn,
so I can stick my whole tongue up my nose. It's pretty great. Good
Wait,
party
what?
trick. Yeah.
Your whole tongue goes up the nose.
Well, maybe not the whole tongue, but like, you know, enough that makes people uncomfortable.
Is it weird that I kind of want to see it?
That's a special in-person event. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You know?
okay. One day when I go to Canada, when we do a meetup or some shit.
Yeah, gotta keep something for the meet and greets. You know,
Yeah,
gotta keep people on their feet. Yeah.
But how long did it take you to learn that?
I don't think it took me that long. I think it was like a week. I really went for it. You know, money is a really good incentivizer to get kids to do dumbass shit. So
Honestly, fucking facts. I learned how to wiggle my ears for free.
Oh, I know how to do that too. It's interesting because it's like it's your eyebrow muscle, kind of, right? But like,
My eyebrow doesn't move though. It's just my
but it's,
ears
like, behind
moving
your
up and
eyebrow.
down.
It's like kind of
Yeah.
the same.
No,
Yeah.
it feels like it's behind my ears, like literally at the back of my head, behind my ears, that way, that
Yeah.
direction.
For me, I feel like it's a very similar motion, but it's like not the entire face. It's like the back part.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's very
yeah.
specific. It's like the tiniest muscle just flexing a tiny bit,
Yeah.
and then the ears would just move. I'm like,
The monkey muscles.
yeah, the monkey muscles.
Monkey. Yeah.
How did you learn how to do that? What led to it?
I have know.
Because
Maybe,
I can
like,
tell
one
you
day I was-
exactly.
So, like, I think one day I was just, like, looking in the mirror, like literally raising my eyebrows, and I realized my ears were moving too, and I'm like, maybe I could just, like, not move the eyebrows and do the same thing, and then it happened. How did it work for you, though?
So, it was in primary school. So we don't have middle school. Our primary schools are grade
Yeah.
1 till 7, and then high school is 8 till
Yeah.
12. So in primary
Okay.
school, we were having our weekly assembly in the school hall, and I was sat behind this one kid in my grade, and he had very short hair, but he had these, I don't know what you call it when people's ears are very big.
Large?
Yeah, but I mean,
He
like
had
cupped,
large ears.
but like cupped outwards.
Oh.
That kind of, I forget what it's called. I know what it is in Afrikaans, but I can't get to the English word now. Point is, he had these big Dumbo-like ears.
Yeah.
And I was sat behind him, and I just saw his ears moving up and down, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you
that?
doing? How are your ears moving? And then I went home and I tried it for myself, and I did it.
Yeah, really.
And then
Not as
now it,
complicated as you think. Yeah.
surprisingly, yeah. But okay. Shall we get into our main questions now that the introduction and the breaking of the ice is over?
Sure.
Right,
Why
so the first question on our long list is, what is your lore?
Okay. So it's like, picture this. It's like the distant future, and we have made it's like Earth, right? We have made contact with aliens, but it fucked us up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, new species, kind of like us, new diseases, right? So like,
Kind of throws you
when,
back
like-
to the start of America.
yes, exactly. It's like that, but like actual intergalactic aliens. And the problem is like,
Space
they're coming
virus.
at us so fast. You're like, how the fuck do we deal with this?
Oh,
And the
damn.
solution that was proposed
Hmm.
was, why don't we mix humans with other species on Earth to increase our genetic diversity? So if all the DNA, if all humans aren't exactly the same, not everyone is going to get wiped out by the same disease, right? I mean, you kind of saw that with the plague. So like a lot of people ate shit because of the Black Plague, but some
Hey.
people had like specific mutations in their genes that made them resistant to the plague, so they survived. And lots of those people, the descendants of those people today, are actually resistant to HIV. That's a fun fact of the day. So
Wait,
just like
for
picture
real?
that, but yeah, no, for real. It's specific. They don't have like a specific receptor or something on their cells that makes them resistant to HIV. Yeah.
Dude, they're just taking dubs after dubs. They're fucking their ancestors survived the Black Plague, and now they're surviving HIV. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. So just picture, but like you're mixing people with animals, so everyone's a little different from each other. So we have the generation of human, like animal / insect, whatever hybrids. I'm basically making lore for why we would make cat girls in like a logical way.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You're trying to logically, you're trying to Elon
I
Musk your
am.
way into this.
I am. So, but it's not good enough, right? Because every now and then a plague comes along and it wipes out like a bunch of cat people, or the next one wipes out a bunch of like, I don't fucking know, elephant people.
Fair enough.
So it's not good enough.
Maybe there's just
So-
a tiny slip of rat poison.
Mhm, yeah, exactly. So what do? You send people into space, and you find you analyze life in space, so you can understand how they protect themselves against all these fucking diseases, and maybe you can find a disease before it fucks up Earth. So that's my lore. I'm a scientist that was sent out into space in the distant future to analyze life for the good of Earth. Yeehaw.
Then what the fuck are you doing here in my studio now?
Listen, I'm very bored. Trips between planets are very long, you know? Not a lot of human interaction, you know what I mean?
Well, good thing we don't have humans here. But okay, let me then ask, so what are you? What?
Yeah, I am a pine marten. So,
The fuck is a
I don't
pine marten?
know. Search up what a pine... Wait. Are you from the UK?
No, I'm from South
You're not.
Africa.
You're from South Africa. Okay, that makes a lot more fucking sense. I'm like, if you're from the UK and you do not know what a goddamn pine marten is, I'm gonna be very offended. Pine martens are like ferrets, but they live in the forest, and they're very big. They're like big feral forest ferrets.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, they're very cute.
Yeah, we don't have ferrets down here.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I think ferrets would fucking scorch alive down there. I don't. I've got some other cool animals.
We've got dussies. They're pretty fucking cute.
What are those?
I forget what they are in English. Dussie. Let me look it up.
Also, I apologize for mistaking you for, you know, a crumpet eater. I apologize. You do not drink tea.
I don't have issues with tea or crumpets. They're good.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah. I don't. No, my accent leads to many things, but I do. There is a bit of a British accent that slips in, but that's because I get a lot of accents that just slip into my natural one because I like learning accents, and you know, if you learn a bunch of accents, you lose yours.
Oh, really? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean,
it's like
I'm just dog awful at recognizing accents to begin with. I have Australian friends that for the longest time I did not know they were Australian.
Where did you think they were from?
From like the States, and then it made sense why they were awake at the same time, or not at the same time as me. I'm like, oh wait, I can kind of hear it. Yeah. Oops.
That might. Feel like that's a bit of a disgrace now.
Yeah, don't worry.
Fucking skid smart.
I do it. I do it to everybody.
But okay, I've looked up. A dussie is a rock hyrax.
Oh wait, they're so cute.
They are.
Look at that little potato.
Yeah, they're hella cute, and they're native to my hometown of the Cape, the fucking the good old Cape of Storms.
Dog, that is literally just a potato-shaped animal. I love
that. it's like a mountain ferret-sized capybara.
I love that. That's so fucking cute.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any Dussie VTubers, and now I'm sad.
Yeah, probably because the only ones that would be a Dussie VTuber are South African. Right. You know what? You just gave me an idea. If I ever sign to a company, I'm gonna be a Dussie. Fuck it.
And you just have like free like bussy jokes, but like you like put the D in, you know, like your like NSFW hashtag can just be the Dussie. It would be perfect. It'd be so good.
Swap out the D the A for a U, and it's just a Dussie.
Yeah, you know.
Damn. No, we're coming up with plans here.
Branding.
Yeah. You know, talking about branding, let's talk about yours, shall we? What were some of your inspirations behind how you look? Let's go with that.
Yeah, so I just really enjoy, like, one of my favorite genres of like media or like movies or TV shows is like the sci-fi aesthetic, like this very gritty, not like idealistic sci-fi where we're all in like really smooth ships, you know, everything is very like curvy. I like the chunky, lived-in looking ships. I know that Bethesda just described it as NASA punk, and I know some people have problems with that term, but
I saw who was it? I think it was
Gamma.
Yes, Gamma.
I was like, it's lunar core, and I'm like, you know, you're probably.
By the way, fun fact about Gamma that I'm not sure if you know. So she's a fellow South African.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
And she was my second ever guest on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Because she's a good friend.
Yeah, I definitely saw that post, and I'm like, oh shit,
yeah,
I didn't even know this existed,
I remember that lunar core post fucking blew up. Yeah. And again, she's blown up in recent time, and it's fucking amazing. I'm so glad to see some of our more South African our South African VTubers blowing up.
Yeah, I mean,
if not all, at least some, at least one.
Yeah, I got one. We got one.
We got one. We got some representation out there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I really, it's like it's my love for sci-fi. It's really the only type of genre outside of just like regular shit that I could like insert myself into and, you know, just blather about nonstop. I love the aesthetic of like the fucking spacesuit type stuff, you know, very futuristic skin tight spacesuit, space explorer, all of that stuff. I could kind of throw in my science background, and that's kind of how we ended up where we are. My current spacesuit was actually really heavily inspired by a spacesuit design I found online for Mass Effect Andromeda, which I'm now playing.
I can see
but
it.
I never played. Yeah, I've
never played it.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
I've never played any of them before, but I can see it. Like I have seen it. Seen the suits before.
Yeah, so I kind of ended up really close to that with like, you know, typical white, orange, and gray NASA-esque things. And then like my hair is just my actual hair color, and my eyes are my actual eye color. So I literally just
wait, like actually
myself.
that bright green?
Well, not. They're actually more of like a turquoise. They're more
turquoise. Are we going up in class now? Fine, I'll take a sip of my red wine here.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. I do actually have a glass of red wine for once.
Ayo.
I'm not usually a wine drinker, but I poured a glass for my mum, and then she was like, "You can have a glass too if you want." And I was like, "You know what? I'll take you up on that offer."
Treat yourself.
Yeah, it's been a long week, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You deserve it.
Thank you. You know, you deserve one too.
I will not buy wine because I'll literally pour one glass for myself, be done for the night, and then like the rest of the bottle will just rot in my fridge. And it's happened like 5 times at this point. So I need like sippy boxes.
How did you have it? How? Wine can go bad?
Wine goes bad. Yes, wine goes bad. Wine goes bad in like not that much time.
It doesn't go bad if it's closed. But once it's opened, then it goes bad.
Once you open the bottle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You need to finish that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm usually not that much of a wine guy. I prefer my whiskeys and vodkas. So, yeah. But
I'm a
there's like
person,
2 wines I like. Cocktail person. Oh, well, I guess that makes sense because you said, you know, small doses. You're microdosing on alcohol.
Yeah, well, I like, listen, it's fun. They're fruity. I don't taste the alcohol. They're lovely.
You know what else you don't taste the alcohol with? Vodka and Monster.
Oh God. Oh.
My go-to.
That would kill me.
That's my fucking go-to. When I'm looking for a party, I drink vodka and Monster. When I'm looking for a chilled evening, I drink a stiff whiskey.
I am incredibly sensitive to caffeine. If I drank a Monster, I would be like on the ceiling, like fucking moving at the speed of light. A rum and Coke is good enough for me. That'll keep me up, right?
You know, now that you mentioned rum and Coke, you should try the good old classic tradition of South African, the national drink essentially of at least Afrikaans people. Just not rum and Coke, but instead brandy and Coke.
Brandy and Coke.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I know what the taste of brandy is. Have I had brandy? God, I don't know. Okay, I will next time I go to a bar, I will see if they can make that happen.
They should be able to.
Brandy.
And then you tell them before you say it's a brandy and Coke, you tell them you want a fail Coke.
A what?
I'll type it I'll type it in chat real quick, right? So it's a fail Coke. I've got caps lock on. Oops.
I'm looking.
There, fail Coke. Fail means dirty in Afrikaans, and a fail Coke is the word for a Coke and brandy.
Fail Coke. Okay.
So yeah, you just rock up to the bartender and be like, "Yo, give me a fail Coke." It's a belief.
They'll just give me the 1,000-mile stare. They'll just be looking at me like, "The fuck did you just?"
One day I'll rock up in a bar.
Way.
I'll rock up in a bar in some place where there aren't any Afrikaans speakers, and I'll be like, "Yes, goeiemiddag. Kom gee asseblief vir my fail Coke. Ek sal
refuse to
vir
leave
jou."
until they serve you. Oh my God.
But okay, so now this is your second outfit, right? Your second model thing.
No, this is
it not?
This is
your
the
first.
main. This is the first, the main
shit.
one. Yeah, shit.
I don't know why I thought this
Yeah.
was your second and that you were working on a third.
No, I'm working on my second. Yeah.
That might be what I'm thinking about. I knew that there was another one in the works then.
Well, okay,
But,
hypothetically, the first model was just me as a human being in front of a camera. So, you know,
Oh,
technically,
You were
yeah.
flash tuber.
Flash tuber.
Flash tubing.
Yes.
How long
Uh-huh.
did you do that for?
4 years.
Damn.
Mhm. Yeah, I did it for a long time.
Damn.
A lot of that was RuneScape, so I've been through it, okay?
Damn. Yeah, no, you for real been through it. Damn. Okay, RuneScape for 4 years? Damn.
Old school RuneScape, a community in which women do not exist. Pulse, that's it. That's the end of my statement.
It sounded like you had a comma going there, but that comma just... It was a comma followed by a ... followed by a full
it's
stop.
I think it's one of the few communities where like having boobs is actually to your disadvantage because you're a disgusting female. It's like, okay, man, I'm gonna go back to fishing. Thank you. Goodbye. Come on.
If you're playing with a female character, you're not a female. You're just a guy.
No, you're a dude.
You're
Everyone is
you're
just a
horny.
man.
I mean,
You
yeah.
know, we're just-
I mean, to be
yeah.
fair, I play with female characters in fucking all of my games, essentially.
I mean, that makes sense. I remember having a conversation with one of my friends, like back in undergrad, and he said, listen, he's obviously a very straight dude. He's like, if I spend hours of each day looking at someone's ass running, I'd rather it be a woman's ass. And I'm like, you know
Facts.
what? You are so right. I get this now. I mean, you can be whatever you want in a video game, but I deeply understand this now.
Why do you think all of the Genshin ladies play with the husbandos? They want eye
It's
candy
you know,
too.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You are very right.
That's all it
Mhm.
comes down to. It's like I saw a short the other day of someone complaining, why is my boyfriend always playing with female characters? And then somebody reacted to it and was like, look at the character and look at you. They look kind of the same, no?
It's like, I mean, you wouldn't want to play with this character? I mean, damn, dude. Like,
Yeah.
sheesh, do you see that character? Ooh.
Like, damn, look at her cake. She's caked up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But okay, then let's go back to your roots, shall we? So, you know, now that we know you were a flash tuber for 4 years and you mainly did
Yeah.
RuneScape. Let me then ask, so how did you fall into VTubing?
Okay, so I remember, like, right when COVID started, I'm sure I had heard of Kizuna AI. Like, I knew about her.
Yeah.
But, like, it was very much in passing.
I'd
But
watched
I
a couple of
remember
her
Giga.
videos before then.
Yeah, I used to watch Gigak a lot more than I do now, but like back then he released a video that was like basically how he wasn't watching as much anime and he's just been watching a fuck ton of VTubers. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You know, but I kind of saw that. I'm like, okay. I didn't really look into it any further. Then I met a friend. I actually met someone who streamed as a VTuber for RuneScape. And I'm like, oh, that's also really interesting. Like, this is a sweet gig, huh? You know, you don't have to show your face. You can just like look good, do this stuff. That looks like fun to me. And then my friend, I had another friend who I was in like a voice call with him, and he's like, "Oh, Niji Sanji auditions opened up," and I'm like, "Niji, what now?" I had no idea. He's like, I think I had maybe heard of Hololive, but I had no idea what Niji Sanji was, and he was like, yeah, they opened up auditions and I'm thinking I'm gonna audition for it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I looked into it because I was curious. And then I found myself, like, I remember going to like my job. Again, this was deep in the pandemic. And I was like working this kind of night job at like a shipping facility. And I just remember like doing my thing, kind of zoning out and thinking about like what character I would be if I was to hypothetically audition, right? I got the mind virus. The mind virus fucking got me. And then I'm like, okay, well, I never applied for Niji because I was just like, anxiety, didn't think, like,
Yeah.
I was like, nah. But the idea stuck. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna give this a try. So that's kind of what led me to like start everything, you know, looking for artists and like kind of choosing what I would want to be, and then it just was all downhill from there.
Yeah,
you know?
downhill from there, never gone up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Got fucking stuck, man.
Yeah.
Let me out.
How long have you been a VTuber then?
A little over a year.
Little over a year. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
When was your 1 year?
My 1 year was May 7th. It was astronomy day on the day I debuted. So yeah, I planned it out on everything.
Okay, so it wasn't just pure coincidence.
Mhm. No, I found a good day of the week, and I'm like, thematically, I'm like, that looks like a good day. Like, okay, yeah.
You were just surfing
That
through
one. Yeah, really,
all the national whatever day of the year it is.
Science days of the year. Okay, so we missed fucking biology day. Fuck.
What was biology?
I don't know. I know
Well,
there
already
are,
passed
like,
by then.
there's a bunch of them, so that just ended up working out. Like, okay, sounds good to me. You know.
Okay, and then let's talk a bit about the future. We're jumping a lot around the different times and all of that. But can I ask for some hints at what you're working on for season 2?
So
Wait to season 2.
Yeah. So I actually have I've revealed what my new outfit is. It's that one with the big jacket you might have seen on my Twitter feed. So that's like my casual outfit, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'm keeping the same artist because I love my artist. I never know how to say his name. Drulle. Drulle. Love him. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get a new outfit, but I also want like a re-rig as well. So it's gonna be a slightly updated version of my spacesuit with like a very big upgrade to my helmet, because I do have a helmet, but it's like, it's not airtight. It's very cool looking, but it doesn't make sense in space. So I'm like,
there's
okay,
a bit of a
we
gap.
gotta fix this. Yeah, we gotta fix this. So the new helmet's going to be very, very fucking cool. So getting it all re-rigged. I'm hoping, I don't really know if this is gonna work out. We'll see, but I'm hoping that it will be all done by the beginning of September for a cute little re-debut. You know what I mean?
September ain't that far away anymore.
I know. It
Do you have a rigger?
Yes, I do. I'm just waiting on my slot, so it depends how fast it can get going. It might not work out, but it doesn't matter because I'm still gonna celebrate on that day because it's also the day that I defend my thesis. It's like a lot of things happening at the beginning of September. I'm getting building up for it. Yeah.
By the end of September, you're gonna be like, do you remember? The 21st night of September.
Best day of the year, baby.
Somebody who debuted on the 21st should just fucking make that cover song at some point.
I want like a disco era VTuber to debut on the 21st of September, and I will religiously follow them. Okay, I will religiously follow. Such a good meme, please.
If I ever get some kind of disco vibe or something like that, like outfit or something, I'll debut it on the 21st.
Pants.
Yeah,
No,
I'll debut it on the 21st.
Teased hair, flared pants, all that good stuff. High shoes.
Teased hair, you say? Mm?
Yes.
You naughty.
Oh God. Oh Jesus.
That was such a bad joke. I am not gonna apologize for it. You know, no, people who know me by now know I make horrible jokes, and no, I'm not apologizing for shit.
Okay, that's okay. No, that's your prerogative, man.
Yeah, but okay, so we kind of, I didn't ask this question in these exact words, but what would you say, who inspired you at the beginning when you were a VTuber? Or when you started out as a VTuber, who did you look to for inspiration?
Yeah, so I mean, I'll be really honest. Like, I got into this with very limited knowledge of the VTuber space to begin with. Like, I started getting all my shit together when I fundamentally knew, like, nobody. Like, the only person I knew was that, like, friend that I used to have back then who did RuneScape VTubing, but that was pretty much it. So
Are they still active?
inspirations? No.
Oh.
But like any inspirations that I have now are like they came afterwards, right? So someone I really look up to in terms of like content creation is Buff Pup. And literally the only reason I found out they existed early on was because their model art that they currently have, which I think is about to change, is by the same artist that did my model art. So literally as I
they were
had
your
my
sibling.
art already, yeah, as I was waiting to debut, you know, I was waiting like those months for all the rigging, getting the rigging done and all that other stuff. I saw Buff Pop debut and I'm like, oh, who's this? Oh, they seem to be really big. And I'm like, oh my God, their energy is amazing. They're so, I don't know, they're so genuinely themselves, like unapologetically themselves, and their energy is infectious. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So if I'm gonna look up, like if I look up to anyone, it would be them for sure. Just because, like, again, just like being able to hop into someone's stream and just know you're gonna have a good time. That's like very valuable to me.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Yeah. Mhm.
Knowing that your time will be well spent there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's just like shit can be happening in the world that sucks, but here's this like experience that you can go into and just like have a good time. You know you're gonna have a good time, and it's not because they're pretending to be anyone else but themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, I understand 100%. Okay, then let me ask you one little question. What about VTubing would you say fascinates or interests you the most?
Fascinates me about VTubing. I mean, like, I like how it like helps people come out of their shells a lot and make personas that are bigger than themselves. Like, I am me as a VTuber. If you interact with me in real life, I am very much the person I am on stream, but it's like me amplified. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like you dial myself up a little bit, and you get to be you get to be more creative. Like I streamed for 4 years, and I like with the webcam, but I've never been as expressive and as like outgoing as I've been as an anime character. I don't know what that says about me, but I feel like doing this just really helps a lot of people come out of their shells. I've seen people who started off like very shy, like find that voice and like get into their stride and gain confidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they never would have started streaming otherwise if they felt like they had to get in front of a camera. So
yeah, definitely.
I think that's super valuable. Yeah.
No, I can definitely agree with that, because I also feel like I've seen a lot of people also just grow from you know, back then, and I've seen myself grow in the meantime as well. From back then, I didn't know how to talk to fucking an empty chat or something.
Right. Yeah.
Now I can do it very easily.
It's
I'm so
hard.
used to it, but
yeah.
So
yeah, no, that's always difficult.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a learning curve, and I feel like, you know, people get the hang of it eventually, and it's easier when you're not dealing with any criticism sent directly your way, because people can be fucking harsh.
Oh, they can be really awful and gross and just terrible, especially when you're like putting yourself out there. And that can just like kill it for you, especially when you think that like it might be unsafe as well. Like some people just like might not feel safe being in front of a camera, you know? But yeah, no, I think it's really cool. And the other cool thing is lots of the time a VTuber's design will tell them a little bit about themselves, right? Like you see me and you know, at the very least, that I enjoy sci-fi, right? Yeah. And it's like, okay, I know a little bit about you just by looking at you.
Not
much else, but it's like, it's a piece.
Let me hear. What do you know about me just by looking at my model?
You enjoy monster energy.
That's not part of my model though. That's on the set. You're not wrong. Yeah, it's custom.
Oh, okay.
It's got my signature on it. Wait, hold up. I'm sending you the high quality, the high res. Where is it?
Ayo,
Fuck, where did I save it?
Assets.
Assets soda can right there. Fucking, it's sending. It's 2 megabytes. There we go. Look at that.
Oh,
it's got my name and my signature, my graffiti tag and shit on it. Yeah.
So when are you getting a custom can done, huh?
Monster,
Come on.
please sponsor me. I've been drinking
Yeah,
you on
real.
my stream straight for 3 years.
Caffeine flows through my veins.
For real.
Monster. Sponsor me.
No, I've got 2 addictions. I've got nicotine and caffeine. When I'm not drinking a Monster, I'm drinking coffee.
I mean,
Or I'm drinking a
Understandable.
whiskey. But those are usually on like once a week. Maybe
yeah, no,
twice.
I enjoy drinking soda and bubble tea, and I had to fucking stop myself from drinking bubble tea every day because it's so bad for you. It's so bad. So that's been my struggle.
I've only had boba once.
Drinking it. Boba can be so good. There's bad boba out there, but good boba is.
That boba I had was
kiss.
horrible.
I'm so sorry.
We don't have a lot of options for boba here, and I had one of my friends. She stuck me as in like she took me for. She paid essentially.
Yeah.
She was like, "You need to try this. You need to try boba. I'm gonna pay for ya. I'm gonna get it." And we went. We got the boba at the shop. It was horrible. It was the most basic ass bitch boba that you can get, and I hate the tapioca pulls. There were too many of them, and
there can be too many, and the texture can be vastly different.
was horrible. And yeah, so like I'm still waiting on. We need to set a date so that we can go test out a different boba store. Because she found one, so at some point we'll go there. They seem to have a wider range of flavors.
Exactly. So, like for me, the classic bubble tea is like a milk tea, right? It's milk tea tapioca, right?
Yeah,
But
that's what it was essentially.
What I prefer is the fruit teas. So it's like green tea with like mango juice, or like grapefruit, or strawberry, or lychee, whatever.
I call it
And then you
lychee.
can, yeah, I do too. I've gotten a lot of slack for that, but whatever.
It's only the Americans that call it lychee. Let's be fucking honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I was like, why do I always call it lychee? Like, what's wrong with me? And then I realized the Chinese word for lychee is lychee. It's not lychee. So I feel validated in this. Anyways. But yeah, it's like a fruit tea, and then you can add in tapioca, or you can add like jelly pieces, which are kind of nice. But tapioca can be really variable. If you get bad you can be like burnt. You can get burnt hard tapioca, which is nasty.
How big are the tapioca pulls usually?
They're not usually that big.
Like
I don't
1
know,
centimeter
like-
diameter? About?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They can
I
be
still
smaller,
don't. I still don't like them that big. Not gonna lie. If I can.
You can get something called sago or sago, which is like
Oh, we know what that
smaller
is. Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah. We have.
Yeah, so that's better.
We call it sahu.
Mm.
In Afrikaans because it's got a G, so it's like a harsh
Okay.
G.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we use it more in pudding.
Okay. Yeah. So you can put it. It is used sometimes in bubble tea as well. Yeah.
I don't know. I think the main thing that puts me off of boba though is the fact that I'm drinking a liquid and then all of a sudden there's these things coming along with it. I think that's the thing I don't like.
I've gotten used to it at this point. I think it's fair. You can get it without the tapioca though. I mean, it's not bubbly,
Then it's just tea.
but it can be such good tea.
Then I would
Like,
rather go to Starbucks and grab myself a caramel macchiato and just have a really nice, sweet and foamy coffee.
I mean, that makes sense. I get the fruit teas, so it doesn't really translate that well to Starbucks. But like, if I was gonna get a milk tea, I would get why you'd want to go to Starbucks. Would be like a good alternative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if the Starbucks is just around the corner of that horrible boba shop.
Yeah, you can choose.
Yeah,
Do
you can
want
choose.
bad bubble tea or Starbucks.
Do you want bad bubble tea at 50 rand for the medium size, or do you want to pay $65 and get a venti caramel macchiato, and then have your name misspelled?
Oh, that's my favorite part.
That's my favorite part. That's actually how I came up with a name for my gender bend.
Really?
Yeah, because I
Starbucks misspelling.
legit no, because I usually just go by Zara IRL. Like I will literally
Yeah.
use my name Zara IRL. When I'm meeting strangers or something, I'll be like, yo, what's up? I'm Zara. And when I go to Starbucks, I'm like, yeah, my name is Zara. And then this one time, the barista added an H at the end. And I was like, bro, that's just Sarah, but with an 8, with a Z.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you know what?
really.
You know what? I kind of dig it. Fuck it. My gender bend is now
yoink.
Zara with an H.
Yeah, yoink, mine now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now they don't misspell it anymore. Because now I'm like, Zara, like the store.
Right. Well, that works.
There used to be a Zara, like, down the hall from the Starbucks. That I usually go to in the mall.
You know that place you walk by every day? That's me. I swear to God, if you misspell this, it's...
like you can literally see the sign out of the window from where the barista is standing. I'm like, you can see it. It's right there. Spell it like the store. That's how it's spelled. Thank you.
Thank you. Please spell it right. Thank you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I've had my friends. Their names have been so horribly misspelled. I can't imagine. My friend. His name is Kyle. We call him Kala. That's an Afrikaans nickname for Kyle, so we called him Kala. And the barista misheard and wrote Carla. So now we've got a legitimate name for him as well. It's like, sup, Carla.
Listen, this is like alternative identities. You just go to Starbucks, have them really fuck up your name, and be like, hey.
For real.
This is my alter ego, or like this is like when I need to go incognito, that's gonna be my name.
We've also had another friend whose name is Leon, and his name's been misspelled into Leanne. Once again, he's been gender bent.
Right. Listen.
You buy coffee at Starbucks once and you grow boobs.
just go to fucking Starbucks, get your VTuber name, you're done.
Done.
You know, you don't have to
Easy.
think about it. Yeah. Don't go through that process.
No.
Nah, Starbucks, yes.
Fucking random name generator. No. You go to Starbucks. And you know what? You get the bonus of a free coffee.
It's true. Well, not
free.
Pay,
no. You pay for the name. You pay for the name, you get the coffee.
Right. You're commissioning the name. Okay?
Exactly.
It comes with the coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, now we're getting it. Now we're getting it. What was that sound?
Hey, listen. Okay, I make sounds. This is just my thing. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything because the people from my chat who are here, they know, and I don't have to.
Okay, you know, we'll move in to the next question. So it's a bit of a hypothetical that we've got going on. So I know we talked about branding earlier.
Yeah.
How about rebranding, right? So hypothetically, if you had to rebrand, what would you rebrand into and why? I usually put on some bands. Depending on the VTuber. In your case, no sci-fi allowed. I'm sorry.
I am just not very creative. Like I literally just made myself sci-fi. I guess if it's not sci-fi, I don't know, like playing off the plant biology thing, maybe like a druid. I participated in 2 parts of a single D&D campaign that I never finished, and I was a druid. So,
that's my experience. That's my experience with the D&D campaigns too. I've started like 3 of them, and I've never done more than two sessions. I don't know. It's just not for me. My brother's literally in a D&D session right fucking now.
Yeah. I mean, like, when I was younger, I was way more into fantasy, right? And I always, oh my god, I got into a new MMO. I was either an archer or a rogue, and there was no in between. I was never literally anything else. So if I went back to those roots, I could be like a edgelord fucking rogue.
I was either that, you know I was either a rogue, or I was a jack of all trades if the game allowed it.
Right.
Like, have you ever played or have you heard of Kingdoms of Amalur?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I don't think I've heard of that.
It's an old game. The company that made it went bankrupt. It recently got bought out by THQ Nordic, and they rebooted it and made a very shitty remastered of it. I would not recommend anybody to play Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning.
Okay.
Just pirate the original, please.
Yeah.
But in there, they actually allow you to go jack of all trades.
Hmm.
And like
Okay.
they give you benefits for going jack of all trades. And that was the first game where I did it. And then since then, always.
I mean, that's
Even
it's kind of
Skyrim.
refreshing. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, listen, like, it was not even just a rogue. I was a dual wielding rogue. Always, every game.
Yeah.
If I could dual wield, I was dual wielding. And if
Dude,
I couldn't,
I
I
was-
had a bow.
I was in my main playthrough that I had over probably 500 hours in. I was an orc who was dual wielding 2 axes.
Hmm.
I was also I forget what the end of the Thieves Guild quest is, but that one,
Right.
as
Yeah.
well as the fighters thingy, that what are they called? War sword? No, not the war sword. Something like that.
Okay.
I forget
Okay,
what they're
gotcha.
called. I forget what they're called. Their headquarters is in Whiterun. Those people.
Oh gosh. White cloaks? No.
No,
Cloaks?
no. You're thinking of the Stormcloaks.
Stormcloaks. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
So wait, where were they? Whiterun?
Yeah, that's the
I know
town.
who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The fucking like barbaric
Yeah,
mercenary.
yeah. Them.
Dude, I don't know who the fuck. I cannot
I
remember that.
I forgot the name as well. Don't worry.
I don't even think I did their quest line, man. I did like everything in that game. I don't think I touched that for some reason.
What did I just do?
Companions, Yes. The
Wait, what did I just do?
companions.
I think I just broke something. What
Oh.
did I just do? I had a thing fall over and I think it might have ended the stream. Did it? I
No,
sure
we look like
fucking
we're still
hope not.
going. No, we're still going. I can see us.
On YouTube? I don't know. I hit something and something's disappeared.
Well, I can still see it, so we're still. Don't worry, we are still.
Oh,
live.
okay. I see
Don't
what
give out
happened.
your
I see what
don't give out
happened.
your social insurance.
No.
numbers, okay?
No, I see what happened. So it was earlier, right? I DM'd you a new link, right?
Mhm.
Because Blurp, which is like sound alerts, but for global streaming platforms, not just for
Oh, okay.
Twitch. Blurp
Yeah.
updated their stuff, and I reconnected that. And when I wanted to test it and actually see if it works, I made a new stream. And OBS decided, you know what? Fuck your new stream. I'm going to use the one you scheduled. And then I was like, fuck's sake. And I had to make a new one. That's the thing I just saw.
Oh, okay.
Because it
gotcha.
landed on backspace, which took me back to the previous screen, which was that one. Where it ended that stream. So, okay. Now that little scare is over.
We're good. We're
We're
fine.
good. We're good.
Yeah.
The Q&A is still on, which, by the way, you know, we've already been going for 50 minutes. So, hey, if you guys have enjoyed this episode so far, make sure you drop a like down below, subscribe, ring the notification bell, you know, all of that fun jazz. And if you have any questions, you can see at the top of the chat box, there is a blue box where you can click, and then you can ask your questions there. And we'll read all of them out at the end of the stream once we do reach the Q&A. So, yeah, but otherwise, make sure you go check out fnv.crd.co. That is the homepage for everything to do with the show. You can find links to the audio-only platforms there, because the show is available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and Anchor FM. And you can also, if you are a fellow VTuber, find a Google Forms sign-up link there, where you can apply to be a guest on FNV Season 2. I say Season 2 because this, as I've mentioned in the previous couple episodes, this season of FNV is slated to end at episode 100. And after that, we
That's
will...
a lot of episodes.
It is. It's been weekly. I've only missed 2 weeks, ever.
That's crazy. That's pretty good. I gotta say, that's some good consistency.
Thank you. I've not taken any breaks.
Yeah. Breaks for the week.
Yeah.
Fuck up your mental health.
Let's
Stream
go.
constantly. Yeah.
But yeah, no, so I will be taking a break from the stress of running a show and getting guests every week and all of that soon, in about 14 weeks from now. So, still a while to
Oh,
go.
so close.
So
Oh,
close.
So close.
So close.
So close.
You know,
Yeah.
compared to the previous 86,
Fair.
I feel like that's justified. But anyways, yeah, so you can do all of that. That's it for me though. But as I've also said before, the show cannot go on without our guests. So please make sure you do go check out my wonderful guest, Pomatomaster, on her Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. You can find everything in the comments, in the comment section, on screen, in the description, the show notes. It's fucking everywhere. You'll see it. It's a blue link somewhere. You can just click it, and it'll take you there. And as for a YouTube URL, it's in the title of the stream. So that'll only be on YouTube because I can easily ping people on YouTube, and I don't have to set up new software.
YouTube chat, all this stuff confuses me, and I gotta figure it out at some point. I'm like,
I can teach you.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, it's not like I've been doing this shit for almost 3 years. Not at all.
Yeah, no, true. Fair.
Hell, I didn't even have to teach you. I made a video on it.
Wait, you did? Hey,
yeah, I made a video on how to stream on YouTube when Twitch was fucking up royally.
Yeah, well, it's like I've meant to do it for a while, and people are gonna. I don't know if people are gonna call me out in chat, but I've been meaning to do it for a while, and I went to set it up, and I'm like, oh, this is there's a lot of things that are very different here. I'm like, whoopsie. Oh fuck, guess this is not happening tonight.
Let me be the catalyst for it to actually fucking happen.
Yeah, really.
Let me show you how decent YouTube streaming actually can be. Sure, you don't have channel points. Sure, you might not have members and all of that. Although you're already past the subscriber threshold, so now you just need the hours.
I just need watch hours, so I can literally just sit on my ass and fucking.
How many hours are you
twiddle
on?
my toes. Huh? I don't. I don't know. It's like 100 maybe.
Oof.
You know what my view hours are.
Yeah.
I could just sit in front of my stream and just make like popping sounds for a little bit, and eventually I will reach that amount of people. You know.
Dude, it's 4,000. You know how much it is. I've been on what 3,100 for like so fucking long.
Is this like individual views or just like
it's 4,000 watch hours in a 12-month rolling period.
I can do that. Listen, all I need to do is one ASMR stream where I suck on a microphone, and then I can be a partner. Whoa, or half partner.
Wow.
Half partner.
See, half partner isn't even fucking available in South Africa yet. That's what's fucked.
Is it not?
No, it's not. I would have it.
I'm sorry.
I would have it. I literally meet all of the criteria for it, but it's not available here, so I can't. I don't. No memberships, no super chats, no super stickers, no nothing. It's fucked.
You don't have channel points though, right?
No, but you can. There are more extensions and stuff now that I've started implementing something similar to it. So, like for example, Blurp has a browser extension now that will automatically give you Blurp points. Like you get 300 points for every hour that you watch. I don't know why they made it that way. I think I don't know, but
listen. It's very important that my chat can spin rats. It's very important. You don't understand. If there's no rats, they're not there.
Yeah. Okay? So, no, that's understandable. We do have a rat running somewhere up in the rafters. You might hear him every now and then. I don't know.
A little cute boy.
But that and VTS Pog has a point system built into it as well for YouTube. So
that definitely helps then.
Yeah. And those are actually the only real extensions I use. Yeah, I use Blurp and VTS Pog. That's pretty much it. The other ones, I've got Tits. I've not set it up because I don't know how that's going to work with YouTube. And I have actually that's the only other one that has viewer interaction that I have. Because I've got Shoost as well, but Shoost is a pain to set up, and it's so heavy on performance. I see you've got a rat now.
I had to get my rat. It was very important. I couldn't just leave him hanging.
He jumped down from the rafters and landed on your head. He did. And I was just vibing. He was just vibing there.
There was not enough cheese up there. So.
Is Michael his name?
Yeah, it's his birthday today.
Oh shit, happy birthday to you, Michael. I bought you some
Michael.
cheese.
Hey, yo, that's cheese.
Imagine he's lactose intolerant and you just keep feeding him cheese.
Oh, dude, that would be hell on earth. Poor little rat boy being lactose intolerant. What sort of fresh hell is that? Oh my god. Terrible.
I can tell you it ain't that fresh. It's a bit fermented.
Oh.
Yeah. I like it that way, I've heard. But okay. So yeah, just real quick before we continue with the next question. So just once again, go check out Pom on all of her, oh sorry, not Pom, I mean Thomas. Go check out Thomas on all of her socials. All of them are
so confused. I'm like, who the fuck is Thomas?
You're Thomas. You're Pomatomaster.
I was like, what?
That's your middle name now. Your Poma is your first name. Thomas is your second name, and then your surname is just Tur.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, make sure you go check out Thomas's links. All of it's on screen and in the description and chat. Otherwise, just at POMATOMASTER everywhere. That's it. That's Poma Thomas Tur. Easy.
Yeah. It's me.
It's me. Yeah, next time I pop into your chat, if you chat Thomas's chat, can I ask y'all when I go into her stream next time and I go sup Thomas, can I just have you guys hyping me up and joining me in the Thomas gang? Can we build like a little inside joke here to the people who are here live listening to FNV, and we can, if you're ever in a chat, just call her Thomas, and then we all gang up and we call her Thomas, yeah?
Even the people who aren't here are gonna do it. I can see it's just gonna be a full chat, man.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
That's what I live for. Starting chaos. But okay. We've jumped all over the timeline right now.
Yeah.
The timeline of your career. And you know, we're gonna do it fucking again. Let's jump back to the beginning. Okay. Why did you start making content? This is pre-RuneScape days. Why did you start streaming? What was the motivation for it?
I don't really remember. I just think I wanted to play video games and stream it. I bought a webcam, and then I'm like, I gotta do something with this webcam. And then I started streaming Fallout New Vegas. I cannot tell you what compelled me to start in the first place, besides, I want to stream. But that was literally it. It was like, I'm gonna do this. And then I played all of Fallout New Vegas, and then I played the BioShock series.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then I played Fallout 76 because I thought that was gonna make me pop off. I may or may not have built my computer around that time so I could properly stream Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 76. Ooh, my bad. Oof. Oop. It's fine. I still enjoy the game, but after I built my very fancy computer and Fallout 76 did not pop off as hard as I thought it did, I thought it was going to. I just started playing RuneScape for
4 years.
Almost 4 years. Yeah. So,
hey, that's sad. You built your computer for Fallout 76, and then you play RuneScape.
I still played 76. I just played a lot more RuneScape.
But like you didn't need that. You didn't need that high quality fucking PC for RuneScape.
Listen. I had HD textures in old school RuneScape. Okay,
you were running 240 hertz while fishing.
People would look at my stream and they would say, "Well, how does your old school RuneScape look this good?" And I said, "My computer is too good for this game." Yeah. Oh man. But there was one time when my RuneScape was lagging on my very lovely computer. My RuneScape was fucking lagging while I was streaming, and I didn't know why. I was like, what is happening? What is wrong with my computer? It turned out that the temperatures of my CPU were 100 degrees Celsius because I didn't realize the front intake fans were completely caked with lint.
With lint?
Yeah.
How?
Yep. Well, I had a somewhat translucent front panel, and I thought I would be able to see when it was like, you know, dirty.
Oh, do you mean lint, just like dust?
Dust, yeah.
Oh,
like dust
so they were
and-
just
yeah,
fucking clogged up.
It was like half a centimeter of fucking dust at the front, which is why none of my games were running properly, including RuneScape.
Yeah, 100 degrees Celsius on a CPU is not really optimal, I should say.
Yeah.
I feel like you should know.
Well, I was like trying, like I don't know what's happening. Why isn't this game running? Well, like nothing was running well. I'm like, God, there's gotta be something really wrong with my computer. And then I think one day someone's like, hey, have you checked your CPU temps? And I'm like, you can do that? And I'm like, oh, okay. And I downloaded like HW monitor and it was at 100 degrees. And I'm like, oh, that's bad, isn't it? People are like, yes.
Quite.
And it was a lot of dust, man. I made a large mistake. And then I cleaned it all out and I reapplied my thermal paste, which by the way, thermal paste, the original thermal paste that was on it when it reached 100 degrees, it was burnt.
Yeah, no, I can believe that. I can believe that.
It was really crispy. So,
yeah.
When I reapplied my thermal paste and cleaned out all that lint, my computer ran so good. Like for the first time in months, it was, whoo, that thing was moving. It was great.
Honestly, I feel like I should at some point again clean my PC because it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I just took my PC off the floor. My main problem was like I had it on the ground for a really long time.
Yeah, no, that's I also had mine on the ground for a very long time, and I've learned never do that. Never fucking do that. Have it on the top of your desk. You might lose some space, but fuck it.
Yeah.
It's
Even
worth
if
it.
you have to have it on the ground, you can get these like little rolly things to put your PC on that at least elevates it from not being like flush
Ground
against the
level.
ground. And even that helps.
Yes, yes. Just the tiniest bit of elevation already changes so much.
Yeah. Fun fact is I didn't learn my lesson because my CPU reached that temperature again when I started VTubing. Because I didn't realize that
I'll blame it on VTube Studio.
yeah, no, it's very VTube. For anyone who does not know, VTubing is incredibly intense on your computer.
It really is.
And it can use up like half of your CPU and/or graphics card depending on what you're running. Yeah. So like things that ran perfectly fine before, when you're streaming, are like, nah, this is like, not gonna work. So when I did my first subathon, I realized that I potentially had an issue. And once again, my computer had reached temps of 100 degrees while I was sleeping because turns out the Wraith Prism cooler that came with my Ryzen was not good enough to cool the CPU whilst VTubing.
Wow.
I need to find a picture. Let's do one. If someone in the chat can find that picture of my computer that I literally had to take off the side panel. And I had this little tiny like portable fan that I clipped on like right next to it and just literally used a fan to try to cool my computer down. It was really bad.
Wow.
So bad. I mean, I want to find that picture. I don't know where it is though. It's somewhere. Someone can find that for me and send it my way. I'll show it. But one of my finest moments, one of my greatest hits. That tweet.
Did they find it?
I don't know. Well, someone will find it. I'm not gonna go looking for it because it's gonna take forever.
Take a while.
Yeah, it was almost a year ago. So.
Well, I'm glad that PC Kun ain't suffering that much anymore. Hopefully.
No, I got water cooling now.
Oh so shit, we up there.
Sheesh, I got an AIO, baby.
Damn, dude, I'm still running fucking GTX 1050 Ti from like 5 years ago.
Oh god, how do you? Okay.
Yeah.
I cry for your GPU. Like usually that's not terrible, but VTubing, it just eats that for breakfast, you know?
No, luckily it doesn't eat the GPU that much. The CPU though.
Yeah.
That
well,
poor
I use
old...
VBridger.
Yeah, no, I do too. I've learned, and I also use Meowface on Android to offload some of that.
Okay, that's smart.
But when I started out, right? When I started out, I was using FaceRig.
And that was, I've never used that before. Is that like, yeah?
It's before your time.
Okay.
It's before your time as a VTuber. Back in my day, in the old 20s, and the good old 20 of 20 at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
FaceRig, VTube Studio was only out on iPhone at that point.
Right. Yeah.
And I hate Apple with a passion. So I didn't have access to VTube Studio, so I used FaceRig for a solid minute. And let's just say, right, I was also using Slobs at the time.
Okay.
I was using
Yeah,
Slobs
that's bad.
and FaceRig
Bad.
and trying to
First
stream.
mistake.
First mistake. 50% of my
First
CPU
mistake.
gone just there.
Oh.
Because Slobs easily minimum takes 12 to 15%. That's minimum. It can go up. FaceRig
Yeah.
probably takes about 30.
Right. Oh my god.
So quite literally 50% of my CPU gone.
Oh boy.
And back then I was still using an old fucking Core to Duo.
I found the picture, by the way.
You found it? Oh no.
This is called Scuffed Core. I hope you enjoy it.
Scuff Core, let me see it.
There you go. That's a tweet.
Oh my.
My
That is
poor
amazing.
fucking computer, dude. Oh my god.
That is amazing and I love it. And it looks like we've got the same mic arm.
Probably. It's some shitty thing I got off Amazon a long time ago. So,
Same.
yeah.
Some Amazon Basics type shit. Dude,
Yeah.
I swear it's the exact fucking same. Does it creak when you move it?
Is. Oh yeah, it's not very stable. To be fair, none of my setup is very stable. Like
Yeah.
my IKEA desk is not like straight. So like if I like move too much, my whole fucking desk shakes. I try not to think about it. It's fine. It's functional. It's okay.
No, I've used this desk that I have for fucking over 10 years.
Yeah.
It's a solid desk that my dad made by hand. So fucking yeah.
Damn, that's a good desk.
Yeah. My dad used to be he had woodworking in high school back in his day. And then after that he was also a woodworking teacher.
So good desk.
And then after
Fine
that he
desk.
also built cupboards and like closets and shit for people.
That's just such a good like it's so handy, man. To be
Yeah.
able to work with wood is like goddamn. One day maybe I'll learn if wood wasn't so expensive. You know.
I mean, you can just go on Tinder. I'm talking.
Oh.
That's a different kind of handyman.
That's a different kind of wood you're looking at right there. When I say I want to be a woodworker, that's not what I meant.
It ain't that type of wood.
It ain't that type of wood.
It's honest work. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
He invited me over so he could teach me woodwork, and then he just pulled down his pants. I don't know.
I don't know what I got myself into, boy.
That don't look like no pine plank. What the fuck is that?
No, I went onto your Twitch earlier to get some of your links, and I saw your channel trailer.
Yo,
Might not be lewd, but we do like the D-Gen jokes.
Of course.
We-
I've
we're-
been on
we're
the internet
all-
long enough, but
Yeah.
I've not come away unscathed. You know what I mean?
Unscathed.
Unscathed?
Unscathed.
English hard, fam. Okay, listen.
English hard, fam.
It's real hard.
Is it your first language?
It is, but I am Canadian, so literally as soon as I started school, I was learning French, and I learned more French in school than English until grade 4. So I blame a lot
whoa,
on
were you in
that,
fucking Quebec?
yeah. No, I was in French immersion. I didn't even learn Quebecois French. I learned Parisian French, as in the French from fucking France. So I can
Like fucking Paris French.
yes. So
in
I know
Canada.
French. Yes, I know French, but if I go to Quebec, I don't understand what they're saying. So stupid.
That's so fucked.
Yeah. But that's how our school system works here. If you're not in Quebec, you're being taught the wrong French. You know, it's very helpful globally, but like in Canada, it's like, I don't know.
Kind of fucking useless.
Yeah. Yeah, and Quebecois people will sniff you out from a mile away, dude. They know. They know when
They'll
you're not
sniff you out from a
Quebecois.
mile away because I feel like their noses are already up in the air.
Dude, they'll fucking spit at your feet if they hear Parisian French, you know? Like, disgusting.
Okay. Shall we get back to our main list of questions? Because I've got some unfortunate news because my power goes out in 45 minutes. So
Okay.
yeah, perks of living in South
Timeline.
Africa.
Rest
we've
in
got
peace.
a electricity crisis going on where
God,
the
I
government
straight up
cuts
did not
off
know
our
that.
yeah, I know a lot of people don't worry.
Oh boy.
You can look it up.
okay.
Escom, yes. Kit,
Oh,
a fellow South
God.
African. I saw you earlier. Happy to meet another. Welcome to the chat. I hope to see you again in the future, my fellow South African. Let me just look up load shedding and I can send you the Wikipedia page on it.
Oh my god. Is this like well, I know like I've heard of places, especially like in California or whatever, where you have like water stuff where you have to like conserve water.
Yeah, it's
So, like,
essentially that.
Yeah, but it's electricity.
Yeah, and it's been ongoing for a very long time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so just that one graph you can see, that's the load shedding from 2nd of May 2023 to 8th of May 2023. And it's quite a lot.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Can someone like bring in like 13 bajillion fucking solar panels? Because I feel like you guys got enough sun down there that you could.
We
you know-
do. We do.
Yeah.
And you know what's the
Yeah.
best thing about this, right? About us having power issues? Our people are fucking
Mhm.
innovating new battery types, new battery shit. Like,
so
that
like
we're-
you can
we're
save
making-
up power until like so when the power goes out, you still have some.
Yeah. Like when my power goes out, right? It's not gonna be like I'm gonna be gone instantly. Because
Yeah,
we've got an inverter with 4 massive fucking batteries on it.
Right. Yeah.
That can we can go through the entire 2 hours without power with power. But it's
you really
just
don't want to use all of it.
yeah, so we just
Yeah.
switch off anyways. And then we only keep like the TV and the Wi-Fi running and like, you know, all of the
Right.
lights and stuff. So it's like
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
watch TV to pass the 2 hours and then we can just go back.
I literally have never heard of this before. Okay, well,
Yeah.
it's a real learning moment.
The more you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah, really.
So now with that announcement out of the way, well, announcement, quote unquote. Let me then ask you. So, you know, we know you started with RuneScape, but what's your preferred type of content now? What do you like to do?
Yeah, so I mean, I played like a lot of RuneScape, and at the time that was cool because I wanted to be playing RuneScape, and one of the best things about streaming RuneScape is you're not dreadfully bored. Like you can talk to chat while you do the most boring grinds, right? So it was perfect. But after 4 years, it got kind of old for me. So nowadays I'm very happy and I feel very fortunate that I can play more like immersive type games. And you know, I don't immediately lose every single person watching me.
Yeah. So do you
It's
play
adjusting.
more like immersive story based games?
Yeah, so I play a lot of like RPGs. So one of the big things I've been doing since I think October has been like slowly working my way through the Mass Effect trilogy and now Andromeda. So again,
Okay.
it's all sci-fi themed, but
Yeah.
you know, immersive
Can I-
RPG story. Mhm.
Can I give you a recommendation that'll keep you busy for a while, although it isn't sci-fi?
Okay.
Yakuza.
Okay, I have Yakuza 0 and I'm definitely going
Dude,
to play that one day.
Yakuza 0 is fucking amazing. Yakuza
I've heard such
Kiwami
good
1
things
and
about
2 are also pretty
Yeah.
fucking amazing. Yakuza 3 is
Yeah.
dog shit. I'm
Okay,
I'm
well, you
hating
gotta-
I am hating it right now. Go through with the story as fast as fucking possible.
Yeah.
Because I hate it. The fighting, at least. The fighting's good, but the AI
Yeah.
they just block, and it's so annoying. And Yakuza 3
I couldn't
is
about that.
my least favorite Yakuza so far. And by
Well,
far.
I know they like come out in bundles a lot of the time, so like I could probably just wait for
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I mean, I'm
No,
not gonna
they
be
go
playing
on
it
sale.
until
They go on sale
Yeah.
all the time. I got
Yeah.
gifted Yakuza 0 by a friend, and then
Mm-hmm.
almost immediately after I finished it, all of the Yakuzas went on sale. Well, almost
Right.
all of them. And I bought
Yeah.
Kiwami 1 to Yakuza 5. all in
Yeah.
one go, and it was like probably like $50.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So like my plan, right? So again, I love my. Oh, here's my recommendation. You give a recommendation. I'm going to give you a recommendation if you have
Okay.
not played this game, and I'm not going to tell you jack shit about this game except for a couple things.
Okay.
The Outer Wilds is one of the finest games of our time, and that is Outer Wilds, not Outer Worlds. They're
Yeah,
both
no,
space
I
games.
know of it. I've heard of
Yeah,
it.
have you-
I've seen people talk about it. Still don't know what the fuck it's about.
You never will until you play it. It is a game set in space with it's open world, and there are puzzle solving aspects, and that is all anyone will tell you about it if they are a true fan of the game, because it's one of these games that you can only play once.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Right.
all I've heard about it as well. It's like
Yeah, it
Undertale, I
is-
guess.
I guess, but like this is one of these, like I've played a lot of games, right? I've seen a lot of Let's Plays, played a lot of games, and this was like an experience that I understand why there's a cult following about it. It is one of the most unique gaming experiences I've ever had that like profoundly impacted me, like on an emotional level. You know what I
Damn.
mean? Like you will search up, don't do this because don't get spoiled, but if you search up videos about it, people will be like, this game changed my life. And you're like, okay, that's a lot, but you're not wrong. This is it's a very good game, and people will, like me, will come after you nonstop to play it until you do, and then you will understand, and then you will also get on this train of trying to get people to play the game without telling them anything about it.
See,
So,
I had that happen with
yeah.
Yakuza.
yeah, well, this is
And now I'm one of those
it's-
people.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Now
telling
I'm
you,
one of those people being like, hey, go
if-
play Yakuza.
yeah.
Fucking do it, right?
if you enjoy RPG type stuff, if you enjoy puzzle solving, like figuring things out kind of on your own, it's
I've
so good.
played through Superliminal, and I've played through a couple other puzzle games, and I played through through all of the Lara Croft, at least the main trilogy from, I think it's Square Enix,
Yeah.
the Tomb Raider series.
yeah.
Through those, and I generally do like those types of puzzle solving stuff. Although, depending on how difficult those puzzles might get, yeah.
Well, it's not that they are individually so difficult. It's that you need to explore, and you need to look at everything, and you need to read everything, right?
Okay.
It's like, they
All
aren't
right, the
technically
lore
hard.
and everything is in the fucking. There's no storytelling. It's everything in the world.
It's everything in the world. There's no one
Yeah.
telling you go do this thing.
Yeah.
No one's telling you that. They're like, oh, there's a thing, and here's this thing that you can do, and you're like, okay, that's it. That's all you get, and then
See,
it's
I
up
feel
to
like
you.
that might throw me off.
Well,
That might lose me. That might lose me. I
Yeah,
need someone to
but-
tell me, hey, go do this thing.
Well, for me, like some of my favorite games are like, one of my favorite games is like Fallout New Vegas, right? Big,
Yeah.
like Bethesda style RPG. I'm a big fucking Bethesda fan. I can't believe I haven't said that yet on this stream. Big Bethesda fan. I like getting into a world that's completely open to me, having a direction, like you should go do this quest, but you can go the other way, right? You can just go fuck off and do
Yeah.
side quests for like
Pretty much.
literally 100 hours. So this game was like perfect for me, because that's literally what it is. Just you go off, you do whatever the fuck you want, right? Figure it out. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I know what game you're going to be playing in September.
Oh wow. Wait. Oh, is this gonna show up on stream? Hold up. Gee, I wonder what game I'm going to be playing. I need to take I need to take Michael off. Give me a second.
Wait, no way Michael has...
Oh,
No
yeah,
way
he does.
Michael has a
Yeah.
Todd Howard body pillow as well.
He does. He's a rat Todd Howard body pillow. Can I please unlock this?
Rat
oh my
Howard.
God. Rat Howard. Oh my God. There we go. Here's my.
Garfield sim.
Right.
Yeah, I figured.
uh-huh.
I figured, yeah.
I'll let you know I made this hat. I made this hat a year ago. I've been ready. I've been ready for this game since they announced it. Okay? Since they fucking announced. I'm so excited. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do for like a month.
See, that was me with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And I'm still
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna
way.
play that
I'm still that
after.
way. I still fucking love Cyberpunk. If you've not watched Edge Runners, fucking go watch it.
I have. I've seen it. It's
okay,
good. It's
okay,
good.
important
and
question.
It convinced me to play the game. I haven't played the game yet though, because I know
glad.
the DLC is coming
Yes,
out.
yes, please wait.
Right. So I've been told to
Yes,
wait. And I'll,
yes, wait until
so come
Phantom
after
Liberty is
Starfield.
out. And just fucking buy Phantom Liberty as well. I'm sure it's going to be a good CD Projekt Red. You might be a Bethesda simp. I'm a CD Projekt Red simp. I've played all of the Witchers. I've played Gwent so long. I've played Cyberpunk. I had an entire fucking super long playthrough when it came out. I upgraded my PC specifically for it.
Yup. Yup.
So that's you with Fallout New Vegas, me with Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I'm excited to play Cyberpunk. I've seen people playing it. I bought it on release. I just didn't touch it because again, it was obviously in a kind of well, I technically pre-ordered it the day before. Because I wanted the quests, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't touch it because I heard that it was in a rough shape. So I'm like, I'm gonna let this sit. Right? I never refunded it. I just let it sit.
It wasn't quite a rough shape initially, and I was lucky throughout my entire playthrough that I can't remember how long it was. Throughout my entire playthrough, I have only had 2 game-breaking bugs.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And one was because I went out and tried parkouring where I should not have. Do not try to parkour over... It's not Assassin's Creed. Don't jump rooftops. I fell inside of a building and got locked inside of the building's invisible walls. And only way out was to fall through the hole in the floor. And then I had to redo a boss fight that I had just successfully done.
Oh no.
But I had to redo it, and when I had to redo it, I just fucking couldn't.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
And I was sat there for an hour. Redoing that boss fight. Boss fight that took me 15 minutes. I'm gonna give you a quick narrative because I'm like so worried you're gonna run out of time. Quick narrative. Skyrim, love Skyrim. It was the one game I actually modded, right? Like a lot. I modded the shit out of it.
Yeah, I
modded it to a point where it broke my game, and that's what caused me to stop playing because I lost my main save file. It got corrupted, and 500 hours gone.
Oh, so what happened to me was one of the mods I had was like one of these like house mods where it was like kind of like underground base, and it had all my shit in it, like all of my shit in it. And then at the time, what happened was there was a bug. There was an update. For I think it used to be Nexus Mod Manager, right?
Yeah.
There was an update that broke Nexus Mod Manager, and it just wiped all my mods, including the house that had all my stuff in it. So there was one night where I had to painstakingly try and remember all the things I had, and this is like 100+ hour, like 100, 200, like it was hours.
Yeah.
And painstakingly add them back into the game with console commands. It was one of the worst nights in my gaming history. Oh my.
Yeah, no, I remember that time that I booted up my Skyrim as well, and I loaded in, and I'm just on a default fucking horse naked. I'm like, where's all my shit gone? I open my inventory, it's fucking empty. Everything is gone.
No.
None of my mods loaded. I lost everything, and I was like, I'm done.
It's such a sense of loss.
It really is
real, but it's such a sense of loss. Like, can you add everything back in hypothetically? Sure, but it's such a sense of loss.
But can you remember everything you had? No, you can't.
No, you can't.
You're a hoarder.
Sure
if you play Skyrim, sorry, you are a hoarder. That's everybody is.
I'm overcumbered and I can't run.
Exactly.
It's so sad.
I had mods to increase that shit. My horse fucking nearly died because I was so over encumbered. I was carrying like 10,000 kilos worth of shit. And tons. I can just walking around on that with my horse or on my horse.
Poor horse. Oh man. I can visualize that too.
Anybody who's had that experience fucking knows.
You have like a literal like house on top of your back, and your horse is just like fucking crawling.
Your horse should just have been named fucking Luisa from Encanto.
I've never seen that. I'm so sorry if that went right over my head, and I can't even pretend like it didn't.
No, the people who, if you know, you know. But yeah. So okay, well then. Hop off these tangents and get back to our next question. So, what do you do when you're not streaming?
Oh, okay. So, school stuff, I am a graduate student, so a little less so now because I'm in the quote-unquote thesis writing stage, but it used to be I'd spend like all day in the lab, come home, and stream when I would stream.
Bro, I still fucking... we talked about this before, and before we started, and I still don't understand how you have the energy to do that. Actually, no. As I mentioned, no, I do have the energy. I just don't have the time.
Yeah, no, I just completely fucked my sleep schedule for the purpose of streaming. Yeah.
I would too, but I have to get up at like 5 a.m. so that I can get out of work.
Oh,
actually,
yeah, no, I don't
more
have
like
to do
6.
that.
But still.
Yeah, I could go into the lab whenever I wanted, which was a bad thing, actually. It was good for streaming, but like bad for like everything else.
Yeah.
Anyways, so there was that. When I'm not doing that, I am doom scrolling on the internet, either TikTok, not so much YouTube anymore. I don't watch YouTube as much as I used to, but TikTok, sometimes Twitch, Twitter, unfortunately, and Reddit. I just a lot of doom scrolling.
Yeah.
And I don't know, sometimes I go eat food, sometimes I go for walks. I don't have a lot of brain space to do anything else right now, but one day I'll have hobbies again.
One day.
One day I'll have
What's a hobby you wish to have in the future?
Well, when I was like in high school, like all throughout my life, up until like the end of high school, I used to like go to dance classes. So I'd really love to do that again because it's my preferred form of like exercise. Like it doesn't feel like shit to do. It just feels like fun. So I'd love to get back into dancing again.
Yeah, no, I've got 2 left feet and 2 right toes.
Yeah, well, you know, figure it out. But yeah, dancing. One day I'll get back into reading. I haven't, ever since I got into university, my desire to read anything has just gone straight down the toilet. So
because you're just reading so many scientific type shit.
I just like associate it with work. So, yeah.
Not to mention
like,
reading all of those scientific papers are so fucking boring.
It's rough. I hate it. I've always hated it, and it never got better. So
yeah, no,
it never did. But yeah, no, that's kind of what I do.
Okay. And then also I remembered something small I wanted to say earlier just regarding Cyberpunk. Yeah, so you said you watched Edge Runners, right?
Yeah.
Who's best goal? Make the choice correctly. This is a threat.
I mean, sort of like the white-haired one. I can't fucking.
Yes, Lucy, let's go, yeah. Lucy gang.
Yeah, I liked her a lot.
You made the right choice.
The other one who
Rebecca.
Spoiler alerts gets.
No, don't spoil her. No.
Everyone gets McFucked. It's a trigger anime.
Actually, no, that's true. It is a trigger anime.
It's a trigger anime.
But don't say too much though.
Yeah, no. I didn't get the hype with her as much. Like, she just kind of seemed like an accessory character.
Rebecca was cool, but I liked her more as a friend.
Yeah, I don't know. She's fine.
I had a moment like with, have you watched 3-0?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, anybody who would get this meme, Orewa Emilia Gaski. The good old sorry I love Emilia. Yeah.
I can feel 1,000 weebs screaming, you know?
That's me. That's me. Like 75% or more of people who watched Edge Runners loved Rebecca and want her as like she's my wife, and I'm like, no.
With her, she seemed funny, but I never connected with her.
Neither did I. See, I look at Lucy and I'm like, I can fix her.
Yeah, I can fix her. I don't know. I can't. Again, I don't want to actually spoil anything, but like, especially at the beginning, I was very into Lucy.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. The beginning. Whew. Let me just quickly send a screenshot of my right monitor wallpaper, right? So chat, you might be able to see this too. I don't know. I think you might have been able to.
Oh yeah. So the wind. She's sitting in the window.
Yeah. That. And yeah, it's just I don't know. That's my second screen's wallpaper. My main screen's wallpaper is UMP45 from Girls Frontline.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, Lucy, best goal. I'm glad you made the right choice. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just like, yeah, maybe it's like normie, but I don't really care.
I don't care either. She's fucking hot. But okay.
Oh, she seems interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, like, she's got that sad backstory going for her, you know.
Yeah, she's got a good backstory. I gotta say, good backstory.
Yeah. Okay, next question that I have for you. So, what would you say is your biggest weakness in VTubing? This is a current skill issue that you have. What would you say is it?
I mean, it's like a good thing and a bad thing. I do focus on the numbers, and I always will.
Same.
I am in science, right? So, I am. Like, I'm literally.
Yeah.
I'm in
No.
science,
I know. I'm like, yeah.
Like, it fucks me to my core because, like, when the numbers go up, I'm like, okay, they're going up. This is working. If the number goes down, I'm like, okay, what's not working? You know what I mean? I need to find a reason, right? I'm never okay with, like, if things are dropping, I have to experiment. You know what I mean?
See,
And
I'm with that, but instead of trying to find out the reason, I'm like, oh, the reason's me.
See, I refuse to believe that, okay? Because I'm not gonna name names, I'm not gonna slander anybody, but I've seen people with personalities and fucking doorknobs have like hundreds and hundreds of viewers. So I know it's not a personality thing. It's not always a personality thing. You can make it, you can compensate for a maybe not super charismatic out there personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, how do I fix this? And then if it's not working immediately, I'm like, you know what I mean? But that's my problem. I look at the numbers. I have never, ever turned off my viewership counter. Ever.
See, that's a good thing about YouTube.
You
don't always see it. You can see it.
Oh, true.
But it's specifically, it's like on YouTube Studio. Like, I don't know how you guys stream or where your stats are and or what you do if you have like a stat stock in OBS built in or whatever. But what I'm used to, right, is having my OBS on my second screen and having my game on my main screen. That's it.
Right.
And on this on OBS, it doesn't show you your view count or anything. Recently, I've been doing a thing where I have my stream open on my phone so that I can read chat there and on my second screen for in case I miss something. And then I just have my face on a like floating window. So now I can see the live viewer count at all times, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but I can see when people are picking up and I need to pick up the energy or something. But
well, like,
otherwise,
that's how I feel about it, right?
Yeah.
It's like I don't like being in a black box. I like knowing what I'm doing that is bringing in more people, right?
Yeah.
Because it helps like adjust my content. I know some people will be like, "Oh, go back and watch your VODs." I don't fucking have time.
Don't have
time for that.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
So I need to like adjust things on the fly. So if I'm doing something and I notice things are like fucking dropping, right? It's like, okay, this is not. I mean, if I'm okay with the drop, like sometimes you're okay with it, right?
Yeah.
But if it's like, I don't need to be doing this bit right now, I don't need to be doing whatever, I can adjust it. I can tinker what I'm doing. I mean, it's always going to be things that I want to do, right? Yeah. But like, you can always like adjust what you're doing, adjust how much you're talking. It's also kind of like a slap, you know, if you're not talking when you're streaming.
Yeah.
You look over, you're like, oh, right, fuck. Oh, like when you're tired, right? And you just like start drifting and you look over and you're like, oh God, it's dropping. Right. Okay. I gotta actually not just stare into the void while I'm streaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. I've always had my view count on since I started streaming. Right. So it's kind of just an inbuilt habit. I'd be too curious to know what it was if it wasn't there.
Personally, I'm more fixated on my stats as in the actual data stats for my streams' health. Like whether I'm dropping frames, how's my bitrate going, you know, all that. But otherwise, I don't really look that much into the stats while I'm live. But once I click that end broadcast button, and that post YouTube or post stream thing pops up, then I look at it, because then I see the hours that I got from this stream. Like I already can tell you that this one's going to be good because it's going to be we're going to be about 2 hours long, We have had an average concurrent of, let's say, 12 to 13 viewers around there. So that means, you know, that's about like 24 hours.
Right.
That's
So that
fucking
gets added into
For other people, not so much. For me, fucking stonks. I'm used to my average CCV is like 3 to 5.
Right, well, listen, any growth is fucking growth.
Yeah.
I had my viewership on Twitch was 8 to 10 for 4 years. Right. So anything I do now, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It means the world, right?
It really does.
I remember being an 8 viewer streamer, and like whenever I was at 15, I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Me when I'm doing the show, I'm a 3-view Andy. So like when I get a guest on and like half of their community's here, then like when I initially had Yuria on like episode 20 something, there were like 50 people here. I was like, I have never had this many people in my chat. And when I had Lopi on, when I had Punk Lopi on, there was like 70, 80 people. I was like, I have never had this many people here.
Yeah, Lopi's fucking wild. Lopi's growth is like, holy shit,
For real.
dude, good for you. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
And I still like really look up to her. Not just because she's a fellow YouTube streamer, but just like the amount of growth that she had, the amount of stuff that you can actually learn from her. Like, I still need to go back and watch that VOD and actually put into practice the advice she gave me for making shorts. I have actually. I've tried. She told me that she just puts on Germa for like 2 hours and then writes shorts, and I'm like, I tried that. That doesn't work for me.
Well, it's I feel like it's like, I don't like using the word innovation because I feel like it's overused, but like she defined what VTuber shorts are.
True.
Like modern day VTuber shorts. Like,
and you can see that Rin Penrose has also learned from her.
Yes. Yeah, because
Rin
like
has been blowing the fuck up.
Yeah, it's the fast talking, no breathing storytelling.
And random shit.
Obviously with charisma. Like, these people are very charismatic and they know how to sell themselves, but like, she defined a genre, and that's an incredibly impressive thing to do.
Definitely.
And something to look up to, you know what I mean? Because someone has to be the first to, you know, do that. Yeah.
And before that, before shorts started blowing up, she was also around. She didn't have like, you know, 100 people watching her live.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, you know, there's so much you can do. And looking at the stats is important, ultimately.
I think so. I know it can be very depressing sometimes, but I think it's important to know. It's important to be realistic.
If numbers get you down, don't look at them.
Yeah.
But if you can learn from the numbers, fucking do. Learn from it.
It depends what your goals are, right? If all you want to do is set up stream and fucking vibe, and that's it, right?
Don't look at the numbers.
Don't look at the numbers if it stresses you out. Right?
But if you want to do it as a job.
If your goal is to increase your engagement and grow, you have to think critically about what you're doing, right? You have to figure out what's working and what's not working, because there is something to be said about consistency. Consistency is incredibly important. Yeah. But what's not good is consistency when you're doing the same thing that's not working indefinitely. Right? Yeah. Because it's the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting
Someone's
different
played
results.
Far Cry 3.
Did they?
Someone's played Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you the definition of insanity?
Yeah. Oh, such a good character, man.
Honestly, I liked Pagan Min more. I liked Pagan Min more from Far Cry 4.
I didn't play Far Cry 4. So
oh, you should. It's so good. 3. It's so good. Don't play Far Cry 5. It's kind of meh. Far Cry 6 is...
I got
also
off by the ending of 3 that I'm like... Ooh.
Understandable. Understandable.
It was so good until the end.
I don't remember the ending of 4, actually. I recently started replaying it, just off stream. But I meant to play it with a buddy, and then Ubisoft happened.
Yeah.
So we can't play together anymore. I don't know. Their servers are just fucking broken. Like, we start launching an online session and it's just like no servers found. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's fucking
or something like that.
Ubisoft, please.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, no, that's my as a scientist. Tips Fedora. My
Tips lab
my
coat.
yeah, really. My biggest advice is to experiment, right? If something's not working, try something else, right? Especially when you are kind of like you don't have a big viewership yet. It's like that is when you are free to experiment most. You haven't been locked into a niche. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Find something that not only you enjoy doing, but you are good at doing it. Because just because people enjoy playing League of Legends, it doesn't mean they're good at streaming League of Legends.
No.
You know, right? Like, there are some things I'm much more entertaining while doing versus other things. Even just because you enjoy it doesn't mean you're good at entertaining while doing it. And it's really important to like figure out what that
definitely.
is. Yeah.
Getting the balance good. Being able to also communicate with chat is also a very important thing.
Yeah. If you're not like fucking faker in League or something where like people watch you just for your skill, you usually need to be interacting with chat. Like that's the whole purpose of streaming, right? Yeah.
The people are either there for your personality or your skills.
Or your personalities with an S.
Or that, your personalities.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why I got a gender bend model.
Exactly. People
Actually, it was more for me. It was more for me,
well,
to be honest.
There's that too, but it's also like, I don't know. I don't get this like, oh, female VTubers have it so easy. You just have boobs. I'm like, homie, we're fucking anime characters. You can get boobs too. If you really want them, you can fucking get a model with boobs. Oh my god.
No, I used to be that way. Be like, dude, people with fucking female VTubers they just have boobs and then they just pop off. Meanwhile, me now, it's like, that was a fucking lie.
It's especially now it's a lie. But like, listen, if you are jealous about the engagement that hypothetically boobs might be giving, get yourself a pair of tits.
Just get
you
them.
can do it.
Do you know
get them.
I've mentioned this a couple times in the last couple of streams. Do you know how fun it is when people come into your chat and they're like, "Oh shit, you're a guy."
I mean, listen, the world is your oyster. You can do anything you want as a VTuber. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
My motto for that is, hey, you came looking for a hoe and you found a bro.
Hog? The RuneScape experience.
Dude, for real. But okay, running on to the next question. So, now, let me ask you, so what's the biggest hurdle that you've had to overcome as a VTuber? So this is now, we just talked about something that you're still currently kind of struggling with. What's something of the past? Something that was an issue, was no longer.
Ooh. Having a scoffed fucking debut. Oh my god. I fell for that fucking trap. It's like, oh, if you do a debut, like everyone's gonna show up.
Me too.
And then you're gonna be huge. And then I was like, that did not happen. I did a debut and I think I had like fucking, I mean, it's still good for a lot of people. I had like 30 people there. But even still, compared to other people, it was like nothing. And I'm like, wow, F, dude. And then the stream after my debut, I had 15 people there. And this is like, my average was 10 before I started VTubing. And I'm like, oh my god, did I just make a massive fucking mistake? So it was a really big process to like, just be like, I am really bad at giving up. So I was like, I'm fucking not giving up. And I just kept going. But it was a long process to like get out of that hole and actually try to continue building something after that initial disappointment. Right? Yeah. It's whew. It worked in the end, but oh boy, was it a process. I had to grind my ass. Yeah.
And scuff is just the nature of VTubing, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing too is like, I didn't get here because I had a good debut. I had a bad debut, and then I had to work my ass off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
same.
Yeah.
I've had two, or I've had 3 bad debuts actually. No, I had 2 bad debuts. The third one, the one where I debuted this model, was actually kind of decent. It was a failure of a donathon, but it was still a fun fucking stream.
Listen, we take that as long as it's fun. You
I
know,
made
I
made $69.42 from it, so
Wait,
fucking I'll take it.
Hog, dude.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How many cheeseburgers is that?
How many cheeseburgers? Fucking, I don't know. I can tell you how many monsters it is. It's a lot.
You gotta evaluate your money in terms of like cheeseburgers or monsters. Then you're like, you know what?
Exactly.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. You know, it's a
Yeah.
lot of monster.
Dude, I charged $600 for a rig, dude. That's monster for a year.
Yeah, exactly.
A monster a day
That's
keeps the doctor close. It's fine. I
Yeah.
work at the urologist. If I ever get kidney stones,
You're shit.
I know a guy.
Just jump on the fucking roller coaster and then
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make that joke often now. Now that I can, I don't stop. I've asked the main admin lady, and I'm like, what do you think does the doctor think of monsters? And she's like, yeah, it's probably not good.
It's
For the
fucking
first week,
poison.
dude, for the first week that I was working there, I drank Monster. I brought a Monster in with me, and it would just stand up there on the shelf in view of the entire office.
Listen, I gotta say the one thing I can say about monsters, they don't pretend that they're healthy, which is more than I can say for a lot of energy drinks, and I'm not gonna go into it.
Crime. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat. Oh, I need to take another sip of this red wine.
Oh, sorry. What?
But okay, next question, since we are slightly running out of time. Let's run through them a
Yeah.
bit, shall we? What keeps you going and keeps you motivated for making content? What keeps you fighting burnout?
What keeps me fighting burnout? I genuinely enjoy streaming. Streaming is my happy place. If I'm having a rough day, I can start streaming and I'm happy. Right?
What would your
Everything
advice
just
be?
fucking fades away. What?
What would your advice be to somebody who wants streaming to be their happy place, but they're stuck with like 0 viewers?
I mean, well, my biggest advice is find friends, man. Like literally go into like a Discord, find one person to watch you, one person to commit to sitting in your stream, even if they're not talking, right? Because at the very least, that will get you out of the 0 viewer hole, which is like very hard.
Yeah.
But literally all you need is one person talking to you in chat, right? Find a homie, go fishing in Discords and be like, hey, you wanna come hang out with me? Or pretend like you're a Let's Player in like 2014 or something. You're like
Dude, that's me!
Markiplier. Yeah, you're like Markiplier. Just start talking to yourself, okay?
Dude, that's
Just
me.
fucking commit to it.
That's how I got out of it too. I fucking
like literally.
dude.
Yeah.
That's why all of my games are story focused, because
Yeah.
I grew up watching Markiplier, Jack, and Pewds, and like those people. Mainly those three, more Jack and Mark than Pewds, but still,
Well-
it's like they're my childhood. I grew up watching them. Well, not childhood per se, my teenage years
yeah.
rather.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, if you see a rock, that's a nice rock. Comment on the rock. You know, if that dude has a massive fucking beard in the game or like looks like someone, I comment on that. Comment on fucking everything. Is
Yeah.
it going to fuck you up just like on a day-to-day basis when you're playing video games by yourself or are in Discord calls? Yes, it will. You will just start talking when you shouldn't. But listen, it's good for content, you know?
Yeah, it's content. It's all for the
It's
content, boys.
baby.
It's
Yeah.
content, baby.
Content,
Anything for
baby.
view.
Yeah, bro.
But next question then. What are your goals with VTubing and content creation? Where do you want to take this?
Okay, I got a real simple goal. Once I'm done with school, fucking
Yeah.
put the pedal to the metal and hopefully make edited science content and become the Bill Nye the Science Guy of VTubers.
Oh,
That is what I
shit.
want. Yeah, but like memes.
Video essay type shit.
Well, not video, not even that. I just want to teach people science in a way that is approachable and shit post heavy. You know, because that's how people learn nowadays. You
True.
can't just fucking shovel
I vibe with that.
information into someone's face. Yeah, exactly.
I vibe with that.
Like, I'm trying to like think of, I don't know, like you watch Niles Red. I don't know if you've ever seen Niles Red on YouTube.
I might have.
He's a chemist, right?
Yeah.
And he's mixing stuff together, making compounds. He is shit posting all the time, right? And it helps you learn because you're like intrigued. It's not like he's just spouting out gibberish that you don't understand.
How about I give you another example, but not with science, but with electricity and stuff. Electro boom. Yeah, my man has compilations of himself, of him shocking himself.
Hey, yo.
For science, and it's the
Hey, yo,
funniest shit ever, and that's how you learn.
Yeah. Or it's like, I don't fucking know, Zay Frank makes first videos about animals, but then you're learning about the animals, right? You're learning without realizing that you're learning, right?
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Yeah.
Okay.
I just need the time to do it.
My favorite science channel is Kyle Hill.
Oh, Kyle's great.
Yeah.
All of his stuff about like fucking nuclear stuff.
Yeah, his nuclear series is good.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. So, did you have any goals that you set before you started VTubing?
Oh, I guess I really just wanted 20 viewers, fam. I was like, I want 20 viewers. So I guess I kind of surpassed that. I never expected to get partner, and then I did. So there's that. But like, I don't know. I kind of went into it being like, I'm going to get more viewers because I'm going to be anime. And it kind of evolved from there. So... You know.
Well, the actual question is, how has VTubing helped you attain your goals?
It made it so
as a follow-up to that.
Like, this is the pitfall. I'm gonna try to say this real fast. The pitfall with VTubing is people think you become anime and suddenly you have like 700 people watching you. That is not how it works anymore, and it's not how it's worked for I think at least like 2 to 3 years.
It's not. Even when I started at the end of 2020, no, even then it's not been that way.
Yeah, it hasn't been a what's it called? Where it's like just because you're a VTuber, it's like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore. But what VTubing is an incredibly easy way to like brand yourself. You know, you are a brand as your VTuber.
Yeah.
One of the ways I promote myself and I grew was by making memes with my VTuber. I would have never been able to do that with my dumb, stinky IRL face. No one would care, right? VTubing is branding, and you can brand yourself with it and therefore promote yourself in ways you can't as a flesh tuber, and you need to take advantage of that. That's like the benefit of it, but you need to do something with it, otherwise it's not an advantage, right?
Yeah. It's like, I feel like you can tell what my brand is.
Demon, metal, edgy.
Yes.
And
black and red.
Black and red, yeah. Exactly.
That's pretty much it. That's my branding. It's so fucking basic. Actually, no. There's one thing that's currently not properly being shown in my branding, and that's that I like street art and cyberpunk.
Ooh,
so the next model that I'm going for, the next model that I'm going for will be a cyberpunk style mixed in with street art, because I love doing graffiti, and I do it. I used to do it more regularly than I have now.
That's really fucking cool.
But yeah,
that's fucking cool.
Next question. Yeah. And this is the last question that I have for you before we go into the Q&A. And it is, what has been the happiest moment or the greatest achievement that you've had since you've started VTubing? Or streaming in general?
That's hard. I mean, the greatest achievement... Well, okay. This isn't even just a moment. And I know this is going to sound sappy as fuck. People talk in my Discord. I've been thinking about this for a while.
That's not sappy. I can feel that. I feel that. My Discord's dead.
I remember before I started VTubing, I had a Discord, and every now and then people would talk, but people would never talk if I wasn't talking. Right? Yeah. And one thing I remember wishing, little Palm back then, was, I hope one day people will talk in my Discord. And kind of without me noticing, over a while, it happened. And it's I mean, you kind of lose track of what you thought, like, what really mattered to you that you didn't have, back then. But like looking at it now, it's like, oh, I have this now, right? It's like, oh shit, right?
Yeah. Also, just out of curiosity, I just checked my Discord real quick. Thanks to the two people who joined. I can't see streamer mode is enabled. I can't see your usernames. But thanks to the two of you who joined, we've now hit 151 users on the Discord server.
Ayo.
Let's go.
Ayo. But like, to have a community it still blows me away. Like, there's a group of people that enjoy talking to each other even if I'm not there, right? That's pretty fucking cool. I mean, it's not maybe as like, I mean, I'm sure it's bigger for other people, but like, I'm happy. I'm very happy with it. I'm
already like, I've got a couple people who check in every now and then, send a message in Gen chat. I've got this one friend who like he's not done it in a bit, but he used to like every day just be like good morning.
Yeah.
And like if you just scroll up in Gen chat, you'll see a lot of Hogan just saying good morning.
Good morning.
No,
Yeah,
there's
my
a
Discord
space.
is a lot of-
There's a space
Oh,
between
good
more and ning.
Morning.
His explanation for that is there's more ning to go around in that way.
Oh. Oh, that's true. There's more of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Yeah. Mine is just people posting my toilet emote over and over again. That's you know.
I would love it if people would post more toilets in my.
I have a fucking pee pee poo poo emote, which is just me on a toilet, and I'll just like go do something and come back like hours later, look at my Discord, and just a chain of fucking toilet.
I have a channel that I started in my server for my fellow monster addicts called Post Your
Heyo.
Monsters, where I'm just like, hey, anytime you're drinking a monster, fucking post it in there. Post that shit. I want to see it.
Post it, show me a monster. Show it. Wait, not that monster.
104? Wait,
What?
Simon, what am I on? 104 what? Oh, mornings. Damn. So yeah, Hogan has said morning 104 times in the server. So Simon is our resident counter. He counts stuff. If you're in the Discord, his name is E Who Counts.
Resident count. Oh my-
Yeah, no, he's a
Very
counter.
helpful. You know?
Simon, how many ites have been said? Plus one. He's got a channel of his own as well. It's called Simon's Counters.
Ayo.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I'm at 120, it would seem.
Damn. That's a lot of ites.
I do say ite a lot,
Ite.
but I see fucking. I just say it so
God.
much. It's just part of
That's
my
fucking
my fucking vocab. But okay, there, I didn't say the word. That brings us to the end of my main questions that I have for you. So, now shall we get to the Q&A? But before we do, can we thank this episode's sponsor? So, once again, that is fnv.crd.co. That's our episode sponsor because it's brought to you by me. You can go check out everything to do with the show. You can find the audio-only platforms there because the show is available on Spotify. Fucking, I forgot. I am so confused right now. Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and Anchor FM, albeit quite outdated. We're on episode 26 there. That's how long ago I updated it. It's been a hot minute. But yeah, so go check that out. There's a Google Forms link if you wish to apply to be a guest on season 2 if you're also a VTuber. There are some criteria that I have that I don't mention that I'll just like go through. See, usually it's like, how active have you been?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you just like full nipple? Are you
What?
just completely fucking naked? You can't be on. I'm sorry.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, yes, I don't want to be banned off YouTube for nudity again. But
Again.
there's a story behind that I won't go into now. I can tell you the story after stream, but I've said it on the show a couple times by now. So but yeah, you can go check out all of those. If you have enjoyed this episode so far, make sure to drop a like down below, subscribe, ring the notification bell. I do other streams, not as much now. I've got a 9 to 5 and I don't have that much time. After I get home from work with other responsibilities that I have, I can maybe do like a 2-hour stream, and then I've got no time for anything else.
Schleeb.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I do try again to stream on Mondays and Wednesdays. Otherwise, those are my usual days. But that's enough about me. Go check out my wonderful guest, Pomatomaster.
Ayo.
Pomatomaster on Twitter,
Ayo.
Twitch, YouTube, everywhere. Her links are in chat, description, on the show notes, on the screen. In her YouTube is linked on the title of this episode on YouTube. That is. So yeah. With that, shall we dive into the Q&A?
Sure. Go for it.
So the first question is from Simon. He asks, could I have the usual, please and thank you? Regular listeners of the show, you know what's coming. The usual is... How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
10.
I don't think we've
My
heard
final
10
answer.
before. That's
my
wrong.
final answer. Oh, fuck.
Do you wanna
Wait,
know
I
the
know
answer?
there's an actual number.
There-
I know there is.
no.
What is the number?
I don't know the number. There's no
What is
actual
the-
number.
Tell me the number. What do they mean?
The number is a woodchuck
number,
would chuck as
please.
much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
10.
It's abstract.
10. Yeah.
You know what else? Do you know what else is a 10?
What?
These two names I've learned.
Oh.
Have you watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? You have?
Yes.
You know that one name?
I don't know.
This name. Jiguma Jiguma Goko no Shirigere Kaji Shiguna
Oh
Sugi
my
Matsu Ura
God.
Matsu Fura Matsu
Oh
Kunara
my-
Tokoro
oh
Nisimatakoro
my
Yabra
God.
Koshi Nobra Koshi Pipe no shooting and shooting on a good and I good and on the Pumpkino Pumpkinano Chokume no Chosuke.
Oh, I blacked out there. What? What? Hello?
And the other name that's a 10 is this one Welsh town that goes a bit like Llanfair,
Oh, I
Quilg,
know.
and Gelgo Gerch, and
I've
Robbalanta
seen
Silio
this.
Gogogoch.
Oh, damn. I've
practiced.
seen that sign. It's fucking
I've
ridiculous.
practiced.
Yeah. I'm sure you have. Like,
You
oh my
can
god.
you can go check my progress through the last like 25 episodes where I've practiced it every single episode, and in the last couple 3 I've nailed it and I've learned it, and now I can just go, oh yeah, that one time, that one Welsh town, Llanfair, Quilg, and Gelgo Gerch, and Robbalanta Silio Gogogoch. And I'm like, again, what?
I can picture subtitles at the bottom of the screen like a sing-along where there's just like a dot going through all the syllables that you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, if you enjoyed me saying that Welsh town, I feel like I deserve a sub, yeah? I'm kidding. All right, next question from Count Julius. What are your opinions on potatoes as the potato master?
I gotta say, they're incredibly versatile. Great food. You can boil them, mash them, and stick them in a stew. You can also fry them. Great.
You can
They're
also
great.
turn them into vodka. That's my favorite form of
You can turn them
potato.
into vodka.
That's
Listen,
my favorite form of potato. Fucking
Whole
potato
fucking-
juice.
Whole fucking groups of people have lived on nothing but potato. It's just great. It's a great.
The Irish
food
attest to that.
vegetable. Yeah, exactly.
Next question is from YDL Aki. And I just before I ask this question, each time y'all have said POM, I fucking, the font and my brain
looks like porn.
yes.
It looks like porn.
Yes, it
It
does.
looks like porn. I know. It's kerning. It's fine. Well, eventually, when I have my own website, like a proper website, it's gonna be called Palm Hub.
POM Hub. Nice. I can get behind that.
Unfortunately, I cannot get palmhub.com. I've checked. Pornhub has it, so I have to do like .net or something.
POMHub.gg.
Yeah, so exactly. .gg, that works.
POMHub.oo.ai.
Oh, definitely can do that one. That's easy.
I can set that up for you. I've got card premium and I've got
I
card
do
premium and
too.
I've still got 3 websites to make that I can
got
get.
card premium and I've used one of like God knows how many. It's too many. I
I've
don't need
made
this
2.
many.
No, you get 5 total. You get 5 premium
Yeah.
sites.
Yeah.
But
I've
yeah,
used one.
no. And then just make your link tree essentially fucking pomhub.oo.ai. Easy.
I gotta figure out what I want to do. Maybe when I have like my proper own merch website, that's when it'll be Palm Hub.
If I can recommend
save
merch,
it.
go for Fourth Wall.
I looked at Fourth Wall. It looks like the best out of
Agreed.
the options. Yeah.
Teespring is absolute dog shit. In my experience at least.
Mhm.
Stream Elements merch, I do not have experience with. I've not ordered anything from it. Because the merch that
My
I
merch
do,
is okay.
my merch that I currently do have is from Spring, which all
Yeah.
of the prints have started to fade, but they're still
Oh,
high quality.
man. Yeah.
So yeah, Teespring or not Teespring, Stream Elements. I can't vouch for the merch. My merch is currently on Stream Elements though. But I've been looking to set up the fourth wall for a bit. So yeah. But okay.
Yeah, no,
now into the question that Aki had. Does Pom know Dev Hour did an episode on RuneScape?
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I hate you. Dev Hour D's nuts. Get out of here. Oh my god.
I thought it I thought it felt like a setup for one of those.
It's fucking PTSD, dude. Are you gonna ask me about Mind Goblin next? Wow. Mind Goblins are my favorite type of goblins.
Real?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Pokemon though? Aki, you can clip. Clipping, there is a clipping feature on YouTube, just saying.
So the problem is, my parents didn't let me have consoles growing up, so I have very limited exposure or knowledge of Pokemon. So, I don't know.
Do you want to know my favorite?
What's your favorite?
Right on.
Oh my, shut the fuck up. I hate it here.
Do you want to know my second favorite?
Can I leave, please?
Do you want to know my second favorite? Gulpin.
Please let me out.
Do you want to know my third favorite?
What?
Machoke.
Just sad now.
Sarah, no, we don't talk about Vaporeon. We don't talk about Vaporeon.
We don't talk about Vaporeon? Okay, gotcha.
No.
Gotcha.
No. We don't talk about Vaporeon.
Okay, gotcha. Well, understood.
And then Aki asks, Stanky, how does it feel being related to skunks?
Listen, it's nice having your own personal aroma, okay? It's part of the branding.
Part of the branding is just smelling like shit.
It's a smell-o-vision experience, okay? You know, part of the POM experience is sci-fi gaming, rats and shit smell.
You know, at least if you ever do a meetup at a con, people won't have difficulty finding you.
It's true. They'll be able to find me.
Just follow the smell of shit.
Yeah, follow the stank trail, dude. It's
follow the trail of rats leading you into a stronger scent of shit.
Listen, it's an AoE effect, okay?
Actually, speaking of rats, and we mentioned the Black Plague earlier, have you ever played Plague Tale?
I have not yet. I have not. I know I should. I know.
It's amazing.
I know it's good.
It's so good.
I've played
the Plague Tale Innocence. I've not gotten to Requiem yet, but Innocence was fucking amazing. And I am hyped for getting to play Requiem at some point.
I've heard great things about Requiem. Like,
they're both great.
Have spoken.
They're both amazing.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I'm excited.
Also, I just love the main character's name, Amicia. I think that's her name.
Is this another fucking bait? Because I'm gonna scream.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not.
I was waiting. I was waiting for it.
That would be a good bait, though.
It would be a good bait, you know?
Yeah, Amicia. That's her name. Yeah, no, that's such a fucking good game. Also, puzzle solving. With rats and fire.
Ooh, rat puzzle solving?
Sounds
pretty
well, the rats are your enemy. You know, Black Plague and all.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
It's not their fault. It's the ticks. It's not them. Rats didn't do nothing wrong.
Okay, but those rats, once you play the game, you're going to see rats in a different light. Hopefully, fire.
Fire. Oh, good. I just got messaged by a small artist who does commissions in my Discord. Very cool.
For a sec, I thought...
Oh, good.
For a sec, I thought that was a bot.
GFX bot.
Is it a GFX bot? Wow.
I think it's a GFX bot.
They've invaded your Discord?
No, there was someone else's Discord.
Oh.
Damn it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, you can't get them out of your Twitter DMs, and now they're getting you into your fucking Discord DMs.
Please. I've gotten messages on fucking Reddit from GFX bots. Okay? It's awful.
Dude,
yeah, committed.
I have a fucking hate relationship with those GFX bots. Because if there were no GFX bots, I would not get lost in people's message requests.
True. Probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It happens. like lots of it is actually like lots of the messages are just spam, but like every now and then I miss something and I'm just like, fuck's sake, dude. Like, hi, I missed this. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm used to it. I'm like, okay, 3 months down the line, I'll just send a follow-up being like, hey,
Really.
so yeah, I probably got lost in message requests, just checking and just sending you another message to see if maybe I reappear. Let me know if you're interested. It's worked. So
I'm sure it has, like, legitimately.
Yeah.
Shit gets lost there.
for real. And I don't blame anybody for it. Like I just can't help that I'm the
Twitter,
only one
man.
who's fucking obsessed with clicking all fucking notification numbers. Except on Discord,
Right.
I've got over 1,000
Yeah.
pings. I'm too fucking lazy to clear them all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Don't worry about it. People
Yeah.
get very mad when they see it, but you know, it do be like this.
Same. Okay, last question from Papa Kumo. Actually, second to last
Yeah.
question from Papa Kumo.
Hey, yo, Kumo.
Yeah, they're asked, do you pronounce your name Pomato, or... Wait, no. Pomato, or Pomato?
It is Pom.
Pom.
It's Pomato.
It's
Pomato.
Pomato, it's
It
Pomato.
all works. Tomato.
I'll stick to Thomas.
That's fine. Okay.
Once again, Thomas gang! Next time I want it to be like, if I show up in your stream and like, I just, if chat starts chanting Thomas, you know it's me.
yeah, I'll be like, oh.
Hey, Zara!
Hi.
Alright, and then the last question from Simon is, have you had a good time?
Yeah, I've had a good time. It's fun. I have to pee. I'll be real honest. I'm just sitting here like,
We'll be ending
No,
we'll be
I had a
ending
good
it soon.
time.
We'll be ending it soon. Don't worry.
Okay,
I
I've
believe
been
my
having a
power's
really good
already
time.
off. So
I
yeah,
drank
no.
too much water. No, but this was I've had a really good time, and since I'm assuming this is we're approaching wrapping up anyways.
we are.
Thank you so much for having me on. This was
Yeah, no. It's been a great fucking pleasure having you on.
Hey,
I
thank you.
didn't think that we'd get along this well as we have. Not saying that I thought that we'd not get along at all, you know. I mean, like,
What could I say? I'm very charismatic. It's not me. It's the rats. I'm
it's
just
the
controlled
it's
by,
it's
like,
gotta
a,
be the
It's
rats.
the rats. Yeah,
It's
I'm
gotta
just
be.
like a VTuber that's just 20 rats
Underneath
in a fucking
underneath
spacesuit.
that Starfield simp hat is a rat pulling your.
It's true.
You've got a little fucking ratatouille controlling you like linguine.
I actually know the lyrics to that now, but whatever.
I don't.
Unfortunately. Yeah, I learned them,
I don't speak that language.
yeah, it's probably for the best. Probably for the best. Ew,
Yeah.
French.
You French. Right, yeah, that is going to be the end of the Q&A and the end of this episode. So, thank you all for coming through to this episode. If you guys did enjoy it, once again, drop a like down below, subscribe, ring the notification bell, where I will bring you... If I don't bring you another stream during the week, I am guaranteed to bring you another episode of FNV next Friday, at the least. So,
Hey, yo.
if nothing else, stay tuned for that. But otherwise, that's going to be it for me. Once again, lost call to action. Go check out fnv.co. You can see it on screen right now. It's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, Google Podcasts, and Anchor FM. It's everywhere. And you can find all of my links and everything for me on there. But otherwise, go check out Pomato if you haven't already.
Yeah.
My good friend Thomas. Tommy
yo.
Shelby. You just need a Tommy gun and it can be Tommy Shelby.
Is this my new persona?
yes.
So cool. I get to be mafia
Yes.
man.
Yes.
All I've ever wanted.
Yes, now we just need to teach you the Brummy accent.
Oh,
Yeah.
all new accent? New accent?
Yeah,
just dropped?
all new accents just dropped. I've been told that when I do my British accent, I kind of get Brummy, which I'm surprised, but I'll fucking take it. Anything to sound more like Tommy Shelby.
Oh my god.
But yes, so make sure you go check out Pomantha, as GeoCat says.
Oh my god.
All of her links are also
Geo!
everywhere. It's in chat, description, show notes, on screen. It's everywhere. But that is going to be it for me. So, thank you all for tuning into this episode of FNV. I have been your host, Zarastro, and I will see you all in the next episode. But until then, Ciao for now.
See you guys.
By the way, now that we're in the end screen, don't click off just yet. I want to see if we can raid out to someone, because if you're new, if you don't know, we can raid out on YouTube. Let's see who we can raid to. I see Pochi1 Maru live. We're gonna raid there. Pochi1 Maru from Idol. She's doing a collab. She's doing a collab with Yuko Yure. So we're doing this. The raid message is Kappa Zara FNV raid exclamation point Kappa. Just like that. You can type it out and spam it multiple times and it'll look like that. So that'll be it for me. Once again, thank you all. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the raid. Oh, we're raiding out now.